Oh, look at that. How is everybody? I'm liking the hat. I am loving the hat. Let some people get on here with us. See who's going to be first tonight. Julia, you win the race. There's Elmwood. There's William. There's Miss K. How are you, Miss K? We are going to hang on. Miss K, we're going to pin you there. You're the first one in here. There's Malaya's mom. There's Karen. There's Anna Marie. There's Mary. Hello, Sandra. There's Kim. Lynette, how are you? I hope you were doing well. There's Jed. There's Juanita. Checking in from Denver, Colorado. There's Love Bug. Malaya's mom. There's Anita. Anita, how you feeling today? There's Miss Rita. There's Easy Lane. There you go. Doing laundry because Laundry Fairy never shows up. No, they do not. Tennessee Betty Boop. Hello, everybody. There's Sarah. Good. Anita said she's been resting today. Good. There's Miss Barbara. There's Katie. There's Linda. Kay said, I have a headache tonight. Hang in there. I think we know we got this week coming up. There's Miss Betty. There's Katie Brooks. Katie, that is some. Hello, Miss Ellen. Katie, I'm going to share something with you about the shorts. Either you really love them or you really hate them. A lot of people don't understand that we do those just to have fun. And a lot of people are like, what are these things? Why do you put these things out a couple times during the day? We just do it to have fun. Hello, Melissa. There's Lily. There's Becca. Yes, Becca. Josh sent me this hat from Tennessee. And this is what we use for, I've been using for super chats. If you want to see the hat work, you throw a super chat. All it has to be is $1, $2, whatever. We'll make the hat go off. That's we like to have fun with it. Sarah not staying on here, not feeling good. Sarah, I hope you feel better. If you're not in this room with us, we just lose a piece of us tonight. But we will definitely put you in our prayers tonight. I hope you feel better. It's easy thing, yeah. Rita said, just put my feet up. Long, beautiful day in the fields. Really? Okay, awesome. There's Miss Cheryl. Had a great time on the Ohio River Steamboat Festival with 9 boats for visiting. Oh, there's Julia. All right, you ready? Yeah. There's Miss Janie. Hold on. Oh, you got a little extra going. I love it. I love it. Betty, Josh from Tennessee sent me that in the mail the other day. Um, yeah, poor hat's going to get a workout. You got it. Taylor. Taylor said, "Hey y'all, I have another request. This is for a fellow YouTuber. Her son has cancer, and he's stage 4. His mom is TM. His name is David. TM and David, we will say prayers." Guys, that's the thing. Hello, CRS. Um, we are one big community here. And, that's the thing. Yes, Ann, I am seeing you. Thank you so much. I am seeing Ann there. No, we are one big group here. We're one big family. And other on YouTube and Facebook. If you've got prayer requests for them, please bring them into us and let us know that they need prayer requests as well. And with TM and David, we can do that. Guys, throw some hearts up. Let them know that, hello, Marianne, that we are definitely praying for them tonight. Oh, T and Betty Boop said, had a wonderful day. My nephew was ordained as a deacon. So proud. Awesome. Good evening, Tammy. Hello, Robert. Frist, I don't have a Cash App. I've just got the little button you hit to do the um, what do you call it? Super chats. That's all I have set up there. Oh, Lily said, Santa, my grandma's sister's daughter had a baby yesterday at 122. Well, congratulations. Love it. Well, pray for that new life into this world. Yes, the blue does set off the beard. That is, hello, CFJ. That is something a lot of people tell me, that the blue does set that off. Yeah, evidently it's the little button that has a dollar sign on it that you hit it, and then it allows you to do what you have to do. Barbara said, pray for my husband going for results of the PET scan. You got it. Nope. Grumpy General, never doing that, buddy. Never doing that. So Miss Barbara praying for her husband. There's Gary. Definitely prayers for. Hello, Perry. How are you? There's Carrie and David and Tammy Lee. No, before I made my way downstairs tonight and into the workshop here a little bit, I was with Lucian. Lucian told me to tell everybody that he said hello. He's 4. And before I left the room, he said, will you show them? And he gave me 2 things to show you. Hello, Helena. He gave me 2 things. He wanted me to show you his little puzzle pieces. He's got that one of Pluto and that one of Goofy. So he wanted me to show these to you tonight, and so I will show him these in the morning. He fell asleep. Yes, Marianne. He fell asleep on my shoulder tonight. So put him to bed. The reindeers helped put him to bed, and he wanted me to show you these things, little puzzle pieces he plays with. Show you those tonight. So love Pluto and Goofy. You got it. All right, Miss K, I am going to unpin the message. So how is everybody today? He picked the best 2. Love bug. Yes, he did. How is everybody today? Did you do anything special? I know we've heard that people's been on the steamboats today and things like that. And how has everybody been? It's been quiet today. I did have a question. Somebody made reference Did I see Patrick's post? I did see Patrick's post, but to be honest with you, that's about the second time or the third time I've seen that post. So I don't know. Hello, Miss Valerie. Hello, Tony. Um, so I don't know what to think. You know, here's the thing: just do right by the Whitakers. That's the key thing. You can put out as many posts as you want to put out. Just do right by the Whitakers. If there's money that you owe the Whitakers, get with an attorney, get with somebody, and make sure the Whitakers get their money. That's the key thing. You know, guys, I did see that. I want to brag on my 5-year-old autistic clan. He started potty training on Thursday. Very nice. Stayed dry all day Friday and finally used the potty. So exciting. I got a little loud and he laughed. That is awesome. You've got to encourage the Littleys. Plain and simple. You've just got to encourage them. Just rested. Health Food Kroger. You got it. Working on crafts all day. Awesome. Hello, Peter. Kenji. How are you guys? Prayers for the Whitakers. Yes. Very quiet at the house. Yeah, if you've noticed, guys, say some prayers tonight too for the people down in the Carolinas. If you haven't seen some of the king tides, they've been flooding some of the areas down there. I know around Carolina Beach, Curry Beach, all those areas, Rodanthe, they've been flooding. And the one down in Rodanthe in that area down there, the beach has finally met the houses in that area. And I think what, 5 or 6 over the last couple of weeks have finally made their way back into the ocean. So, let's see. Miss Rita said, busy day in the Midwest, but absolutely beautiful out. Thanking God for a perfect harvest weather. My grandson's first harvest. He's 18 months old. Very nice. You got it. What did I miss with Love Bug? Let me see here. Badell, how are you? Mary, only thing. Yeah, it's got to be put somewhere where somebody can be over top of it. And we watched the video the other day with Mark, and Mark made reference to that. It has to be put to where somebody is over top of it. Guys, it's a simple process here, and we know it is. But it just has to be somebody needs to be over top of it to where if the Whitakers reach out and say, "Hey guys, here's what I need the money for," it's either a yes or no answer. If somebody says, "Hey, I need money for groceries," that's fine. Let's go get you some groceries. But don't hand $1,000 to them and say, "Here's $1,000." Work with them with the money. Be responsible with the money. If their roof is leaking, hire somebody to fix the roof. Don't hand them $1,000 and tell them to go get the roof fixed. The money's probably not going to be spent to get the roof fixed. And if it is, it's probably patched for a couple bucks and then the rest is used elsewhere. Somebody just has to be very responsible over top of their money. And there are people out there, lawyers and things like that, that will do that. It just has to be done properly and correctly. Uh-oh, uh-oh, there's Anita. You want the hat, you get the hat. That is awesome. Ruth, pray for my pastor. He's in a pretty bad car accident Friday. Wow, he walked away with a few scratches and bruises, but his car was a total loss. Silverado pickup truck hit the car twice. Wow. We can do that, Ruth. Praying for Ruth's pastor. Yeah, guys, I have no dog in the fight. I just want to see things done properly. Thank you. Um, okay, Miss K. Miss K's not feeling good tonight. Y'all say a prayer for Miss K tonight. Yeah, guys, no, that's the thing. I don't have a dog in the fight here. And when we do these chats and we talk and we just have a conversation, guys, it's just a matter of wanting to see things done properly. Um, I'll be the first to tell you, I've never met the family. Growing up, we had heard about the family, but I've never met the Whitakers. A lot of what we talk about is what I see through other sources. I don't like to get into the he said, she said. I'd like to just basically, it's kind of like a news report. I tell you exactly what's being laid out in front of you. It is then up to you as adults to make a decision on what's being told to you. It, we don't want to get into the drama of it. We just want information laid out properly to where you can make a informed decision on how you feel about things. And like I said with Patrick, I know he has put several posts out saying that he wants to do things the right way, the proper way, things like that. Shadow. Shadow is the dog's name. But I know that he has put videos out and post out saying that he wants to do the right thing, the proper thing. The only thing we ask is that you do it. That's the only thing we can ask from you. If you're in this investigation, cooperate with the investigators. If they want to see, and I'll tell the same thing to Eric, I'll tell the same thing with Mark, anybody, if you're in this investigation, give the investigators what they need. Let them make their decision. Plain and simple. Right now, with the Whitakers, from what we understand, the main thing the Whitakers need right now is an attorney to help them try and get the next process moving. And they need a good family attorney. They need a good team of attorneys to get the next step moving. That's the only thing that we have heard uh, from everything that's the next thing they need. And guys, that's exactly what they need. They need people around them, advising them and counseling them in the right direction on what to do and what not to do. So, oh, what is this? Rocker. Yes, pray for the Middle East as our president travels over there. Haven't heard from Rocker. Is Rocker in here tonight? I haven't seen. We will say some prayers for Rocker, but I have not seen him in the room tonight. Um, yeah, no drama on the compound. You got it. You know, if they go to legal aid, and that's the key thing, Gene, if they go to legal aid, you can hope that somebody will help them. You really can. And I know there's a lot of people out there saying that maybe somebody will step up pro bono and say, "Hey, I will give you my services," and help them along with this. Guys, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take somebody who really just steps up out of the blue and just basically says, "Hey, I am here to help them." Plain and simple. When the if you've ever been around the legal system is a hard thing to navigate. A lot of us only have we only see the legal side of things when, like, we get a ticket or something like that. But when you start getting deeper into the civil side of the legal system, you have to maneuver through that. A lot of times it's not a cut and dry situation. There are things that you have to maneuver around, and you've got to work with a good attorney in order to make sure everything is done properly. And as much as we would love for it to be cut and dry, I don't know. They're going to need some good attorneys. You got it. Uh-oh, what's Lovebug doing? Is Lovebug doing a channel? We're getting Lovebug a channel. Ken G, Josh sent me this right here. There's Miss Sophia. How are you tonight, Sophia? HFR, so he's there. Tammy, you're right. Sometimes it's not a good way to go, but if it's the only way to go, that may be the road you go down, though, for the time being. I'm hoping somebody steps up. And here's the thing, step up quietly. Step up to where the world does not know that you are their attorney. If you are going to be pro bono for this family, step up in a way that the world doesn't know you are their attorney. Plain and simple. Don't look to become the next superstar out of this. Don't look to become the next TV show out of this. Do what's right by these people. They're human beings. Plain and simple. Glenn, Thursday I go for a PET scan to see the stage of aggressive prostate cancer. Spread outside. You got it. Guys, throw some hearts up for Glenn tonight. Glenn. And guys, I always tell you, you see me writing names down. When I write the names down, it's when I go back later and I can reflect on what was said and done in the chat. Sophia, yes, I remember you, Sophia. Yeah, definitely, Glenn. Saying prayers for you tonight, buddy. That's a very, hi, Santa. How are you? I am good. Emma said she tried to be quiet when she opened the door. We all heard her come in. It's okay, though. Don't worry about it. No, I am good. Thank you so much for asking that. You know, I'm too blessed to be stressed. And that's the way we got to live these days. We've got to live that this way. Good. I am so glad you are doing well. No, we just try to have a good time here. We try to talk with one another. We try to lift each other up and just everybody's having a great night and just, it's a beautiful Sunday night. Like I said, it's a little chilly here in Virginia. We put on a big pot of corned beef and cabbage today. And so, hello, Miss Tony with the big hands. Yeah, corned beef and cabbage. And let's just say that I don't want to be around the reindeer tonight. Lovebug says, prayer for Charlie tonight. They found a spot on Charlie's right lung. They just took half of it 2 years ago. We definitely praying for Charlie tonight. Y'all throw some hearts up for Charlie tonight. You got it. Mary said, did anybody explain to them? Here's the thing. We don't know that yet. And as much as we don't think that will happen, that is up for a judge to determine. If everything is handled properly and everything is done properly and the new that checklist is done and, maybe a new home is gotten. And guys, when I say a new home, I don't mean maybe a new home that's being built in the foundation. Somebody else's home, but they're renting or doing, and somebody's over top of it, things like that. There are avenues that they can go down. They're going to need help. They're going to need caregivers. They're going to need people around the clock with them. I truly believe that. Um, that is up to a judge. And if somebody can get in there with them and work with them and get them to a point to where the judge says, "Hey, we can let one of them back. We can let two of them back. We can let three of them back." Then that could happen one day. We never know. But now, is it something that's going to happen tomorrow? I don't believe that. I believe that this is down the road some. If anything happens, it will be down the road, and a lot of things will have to be put into place properly. Plain and simple. Hello, Middle East from Canada. Uh-oh, it's rainy. Oh, Ruth said, I want to make a big pot of chili. I like it. Oh, you got to have cornbread, Kenji. Plain and simple. Oop, I'm moving. Hang on. Susie Q, that is one of the things that somebody had made reference to about family visits. I don't know if they can process the family visit. I don't know if they understand that when Betty or Larry comes in to see them, when they leave, do they understand they're not going with them? I know they understand things and I know that they can process some things, but I don't know if they understand that. And that may be one of the reasons why, they've yet to be able to see them. So, Melissa said, I celebrated my first birthday without my mom this weekend, but thanks to this Melissa, we love you. And I'm glad the boys made it good too. You got it. Homemade beans and cornbread today. Hello, Santa. What did Anita say? I feel like an adult apartment would be a great place for the Whitakers. I could have handicap. Yes, I completely agree. Yes, and Malaya's mom, you got to help me here because I cut them on, and I'm still on my phone. So I cut them on. Is there a way that they can get them, or do I have to assign them? Santa now has his memberships available. Make sure to have your gifted membership turned on. Is that what it is? You have to have your gifted membership turned on? Please let me know that. Melissa, are you needing hugs tonight? Moonlight. As far as I know, they're all three still together. What is that? H.H. Forrest, my niece is still bleeding internally. You got it. H.H. Forrest, we can do that. Praying for the niece tonight. You got it. Love spaghetti, yes. It is filling out nicely. Okay. You have to gift them out to be in chat with subscribers. Ah. Nope. Okay, grown man here. Started crying making my daughter's lunch for school tomorrow because on Tuesday she turns 14, and I remember all the little packed lunches I made for her as a toddler, and time is going so fast. Nope, let me tell you. When I was a kid, I used to sit there and go, boy, I can't wait till I get older. And now that I've gotten older, I would pray to go back in time. I can't slow it down. I can't slow time down as much as I would love to. We are in October of 2025, folks. Where did the rest of the year go? It disappeared on us. I just don't get it. Hello, Miss Christine. How are you? Mexican cornbread. Yes. Oh, is Rocker here? Did I see? Oh, there's Rocker. We were just talking about you. Carrie said, "Oh my God, all of my son says he's 16. Can't wait to be 18. Stay a kid as look, I'm sitting here with this hat on my head that looks like a squirrel's underneath it. Stay a kid as long as you can. Trust me. Yes. Hello, Miss Barbara. Good, Rocker. We're doing good. Martha said 67. Now, is that 67 or 67? The young kids like to say 67, 67. You know. Yes. Oh, cracker pie. Woo. Emma talking food. Do you know Stray Kids or I'm not sure. Aaron World, make sure reference it a little bit. Reference it a little bit for me. Oh, we had chili pie for supper, Elmwood said. What do I eat during Christmas? Just about anything. I'm talking, I have very good tailors to put, to take out the outfit and do things like that. Chicken and noodles. Christina said, please keep my husband in prayer. He has bad lungs for 23. You got it, Christina's husband. You got it. Hello, Miss Violet. Shout out from Nelsonville, Ohio. No, somebody please cut your Malaya's mom. Help me out here. If you can cut on your membership button, and I guess it's under your settings to accept a free membership, let me know so I can click on your name and see if it will allow me to offer it to you. Hello, Chris. How are you? Hang in there. Hang in there. Sometimes you just need to take a little break, just relax, and let things settle down for a little bit, and then you can go from there. But we'll pray for her, I guarantee you. All right, Taylor, hang on. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, hang on. Channel activity, hang on. Let me see if I hit that. Will it let me? Okay, hold on. Malaya's mom, I am missing it somewhere. And I go to Malaya's mom. Yeah, the membership should be $3.99, but it gives me 10 to give for free. And I'm trying to figure out how to give those out for free. And I am missing something because I set it up the other day. Just made boiled eggs in an Instant Pot. You got it. Yeah, I looked it up myself and it said to fix it to where in the settings it would allow me to give out the free ones. But again, it just click on the money symbol. See, Malaya Mom, I think that's the problem. I think it's because I'm on the phone and I need to do it from um I need to do it from my laptop. I had a hair on the little snowball back there and it was bothering me. Toasty Santa, what are you doing? We just talking. We just having a laptop or PC. Okay, yeah, because I went on the laptop and I opened up the acceptance of the free memberships. I need to pull the laptop out. And Rocker said, coffee time. Boiled eggs are awesome. Boiled eggs are awesome. And two, I can carry them in my pocket. And when the reindeer want something quick, I can pull out a boiled egg and put it in my hand. And the monkeys, hello, how are you? Egg salad on rye toast. All right, Peter, here's the question. Mayonnaise or mustard? I stream on YouTube. I do straight through YouTube on my phone, but it looks like to me I'm going to have to um oh Elmwood, why are your feelings hurt tonight? What is good? We can't have your feelings hurt tonight. Mary says mayo. Neither. Okay. Hang in there, guys. I'm waiting on Elmwood to write me back here. And I apologize when I hit the screen, it goes a little dark, it goes a little light, it goes a little dark. Oh, that went blurry there for a second. Elmwood, where you at? Meant to say feet. Okay. My feet hurt so bad. No. I thought your feelings were hurt. You had me worried. I was like, all right, did we say something to offend you? We don't ever want to do that. But your feet are hurting so bad tonight. Um, I soaked mine this morning in Epsom salt and extremely hot water. Night. Night, Anita. Are you leaving us tonight? Mayo with a dash. Good night, Anita. Mayo with a dash of mustard. You okay? There's Tammy. I got you. Okay. Yeah, I did this more. Oh, hot water does help. Yes. That's what I did this morning. I sat there this morning and put my feet in some water. Good night, Carrie. Have a great night. Have a good work week. Oh, apple butter. Yes. Good job. Charles says apple butter stack cake. Oh, that sounds awesome. Oh, Malaya's mom said my sciatica is killing me tonight. It's really painful. Well, Elmwood, we're going to put you in our prayers tonight, buddy. You know that as well as I do. Does compression socks help you? Anything with your feet? What does compression socks do for you? Do they help you? Tomorrow is a holiday. Yes, it is. There's a lot of people that it takes about 5. Nah, socks hurt. I got you. Hello, Pizza 67. How are you? Okay. A lot of people can, a lot of people can't. It just really, it just depends. Sylvia said, smash the likes. Tomorrow's Columbus Day. I don't know if they still refer to it as Columbus Day. But that's as a kid, that's what I knew it as was Columbus Day. And a lot of your local community offices will be closed tomorrow. Oh, Ruth said Our Lady's ministry at church made 161 pints of apple butter this weekend. That is awesome. I saw the other day where it is Columbus Day once again. Okay. Guys, they change it so much. No, Martin Luther King Day is in January. That's where we know that from. Christine, really? She said, I work for the county government and we are open tomorrow. Ken Finn RL, nice hat, Santa. You got it. This is our super chat hat. If you send a super chat, regardless of what it is, I hit the button, the squirrel inside the hat goes crazy. It is a sight to see. Hey, monkeys, you have a great night, okay? Thank you for stopping in. Cheryl said, Rocker, my husband's feet are numb too. He can't really walk anymore. Pizza67 said, hi. Hello. Let me tell you, when you start messing with diabetes and your feet and things like that, it's an issue. It really is. My brother deals with it quite a bit, and it is a major issue. No mail tomorrow, no banks are open tomorrow. You got it. It is quiet behind you. Yes. Before I made my way down to the workshop tonight, Lucian was sitting beside of me on the couch. He put his head on my shoulder and he was out. He did leave me 2 puzzle pieces before he went to sleep to show everybody. He wanted me to show everybody his puzzle pieces. And he looked up at me today and he goes, hey, where's the hat at? And I said, oh, you want to put on the Santa hat? And he said, yes. And I said, oh, brought a little tear to my eye. I said, one day you will take over the family business. He had no clue what I was talking about. And I just told him, I said, buddy, the reindeers are yours. And he goes, Rudolph? And I said, yep, Rudolph is all yours, buddy. And so brought a little tear to my eye. Yes, you'll shoot your eye out. Mr. Bubby, yes, you will shoot your eye out. No Red Ryder BB guns. Christine said, I work for the property tax office. Okay. Yeah. Can you charge batteries in that hat? Ken G, no, I cannot. But it only takes like 2 AA or 2 AAA batteries, and trust me, we've got enough of those laying around for all the toys we deal with. We can keep it going for years in this hat. But it's awful quiet. There's Christian Marshall. I forgot to work. Uh-oh. I'm late. You better get to work. We don't want somebody looking for you. I think it's so funny. Oops, you got it. I think it's so funny. I forgot to make Toy Santa. Well, no time like the present. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Remember when we talked about the tarot card? Yes, Miss Nancy, I do. What's on your mind? So quiet. You got it. Yeah. When the Littlies go out, so do the rest of the reindeers and everything like that, and it kind of gets to the point of just it's a nice quiet evening. Hermie doesn't like to make noise. No, Hermie's the dentist. Hermie is the one, we've got to watch old Hermie. Yeah, he doesn't like to make toys. My husband suffers from Nancy, I get it. I understand that, and here's the thing, guys. All you can do is talk to them. What they do with their channels, don't take it personally. Please don't take it personally. Um, they put you in timeout for 30 minutes. Yeah, please don't take it personally. Uh, share your message. If that's not the channel you need to be on, if that's not the channel that you know, not not everybody's going to be accepting to the fact of what is being talked about. So I get it. Trust me, I've seen it a lot. I've seen people, make reference to something and somebody will boot them out of a room. You just keep being you. Right. Yeah, you just keep being you. Go to places you feel comfortable, like here. Come in here with us, talk to us. Um, I I I don't plan on in these in Love Bug, and I know that Malay is my we don't plan on ever kicking you out of the room. Guys, it's just a simple rule of respecting one another. And some people don't like to be confronted on things. It's just it's the way it is in this world. They just don't like to be confronted on things. Laughter is the best medicine. Yes, Miss Emma, you got that right. But Nancy Rocker's right. We love you in here. You stay right here. Let's see. Too much drama in those other chat rooms. Man, I go into some, just scrolling and they'll pop up and you click on it to see what they're talking about. And man, as fast as I go in, I go right back out. That is, yeah, that is a lot of these places I just don't care to be in. Mm-mm. There's a lot of negativity in some of these rooms. And these rooms, yeah, we had right on out. Well, we love you, Nancy. You stay right here with us. Prayers for Jed tonight. We can do that. You got it. But no, watch the little football today. Um, remember the Berenstain Bears? I don't know if a lot of people remember the Berenstain Bears, but Lucian sat there today and watched quite a bit of the Berenstain Bears today. And he's starting to really get into some of the shows that Bengals lost again. It's the quarterback situation. You got it. It's the quarterback situation. Once they get that quarterback situation taken care of, you got it. Yes, the Bears. Yeah, the Berenstain Bears. They were, and I saw a story the other day when, how many remember Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers? Um, if you're Santa, then how do you get presents? People still send me things. It's not hard for me to get presents. We still make a lot of the presents and we, put them in the sleigh and out we go and we just have a great, fun doing that. Um, Charlene, I agree with you 100%. They're number one, but boy, they're playing horrible these days. We got to do something in Dallas. Romper room. But no, Mr. Rogers was a war hero. I saw a story the other day on him. Tony says, I don't watch any sports. Oh, sometimes you need to watch some sports, Tony. It's awesome. Do you know why he always wore the sweaters? Do you know this story? Where, there you go, Jed said, God is number one in my book. You got it. Absolutely. Um, Love Bug, we'll work on that. We'll get you taken care of. Legend, hello from Tennessee. But evidently, Fred Rogers, his mother, would hand make his sweaters. And the only thing that he really said that he wanted specifically on his sweaters was to be able to zip them up instead of buttoning them up. And every sweater that he wore on the show evidently were handmade by his mom. And I'm like, that is such a heartwarming story. Um, his nephew works in the college. We have a little college here in town, and his nephew works there. And he was supposed to be the commencement speaker one year, and a couple months before he was to come in May and be the commencement speaker, he passed away. And that was a shame because everybody was really looking forward to meeting Fred Rogers. Yes, Christine. Christine said his mother made all of those, and I never knew that. You're this old when you learn that. Yes, that's the video but I did not know that his mother had made all of his sweaters, and that's the reason he wore sweaters on every show. Yes, William, you got it. He made, yes. I remember he showed how chewing gum was made. Very interesting. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Peter said, Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Green Jeans. If you don't know who Captain Kangaroo is and you don't know who Mr. Green Jeans, the moose, and I'm talking, how hilarious was it when those ping pong balls would drop on that moose's head? As a kid, we loved it. That was hilarious. Yes, Mr. Green Jeans. Yeah, no, but I found that to be, yeah, Mr. Moose, when the dancing bear, you got it. That was Alice Cooper's father? Really? I did not know that. Bozo the Clown. We lost a lot of good shows. Uncle Al hurt my feelings when I met him. He was my hero when I was young. Wow, remember them days. Doesn't seem like that long. Here's the thing I will tell you. A lot of people will tell you, don't ever meet your heroes because 99% of the time they'll probably let you down. That's the bad thing about it. Miss Emma, I am not quite 60. I will tell you that. Lisa Reno said, I am here. Yeah, but I had never thought about that. But to have something that you think about that you watched as a kid, and there was so much meaning behind those sweaters, and we didn't have any clue to that. But now as we get to the point and news and stuff comes out more frequently and things like that, I was the same way. I'm sitting here going, "Are you kidding me? Those sweaters were made by his mom, and he wore those sweaters every single show." You know, yes, Dolly Parton and Loretta Lynn. Yeah, Dolly's going through some times right now. Yeah. We've got her in our prayers. You got it. Jed said, Bugs Bunny and Friends, my favorite show. Brandon said, I always knew you were real. Hee haw, love that show. You got it. HR Puffin Stuff. Miss Bruce said, HR, what was it? HR Puffin Stuff. Who's your friends when things get rough? Is that what was that it? HR Puffin Stuff. You can't have a little and you can't have enough. Something like that. Yeah. The Jetsons and the Flintstones, Leave It to Beaver. Oh, I used to love Slowpoke Rodriguez. A cucaracha, a cucaracha. I used to love listening to him sing. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Nancy. You're 73 and you're still going strong. You still have a purpose. Promise you. You got it. How is the North Pole this time of year? It's a little cold. We're all right. We're getting there. Petticoat Junction, yes. Speed Racer. Oop. Soupy Sales. Scooby Doo. Miss Tony, did you know? Did you guys remember Casey Kasem? He used to do America's Top 40. He was the voice of Shaggy, and a lot of people didn't know that. And uh, growing up, Casey Kasem was the voice of Shaggy, and I think now there's another actor who does it. So yeah, I had a kid ask, "Who were the Beatles?" Emma, it is a part of the world we are in these days. These kids these days they don't know a lot about this stuff, and unless they're really into music and things like that. Okay, Christina said I had a crush on Dale Robertson and was so happy to have met him. You got it. Brandon, we can guys pray for Brandon tonight. We can do that. Y'all throw some hearts up for Brandon tonight. Casey Kasem's a legend. You got it. No, the younger kids, the more and more I speak with them and have conversations with them, and we throw things out there, I am always amazed at the kids who will sit there and say, "Who was that?" You know, um, you got it, Mose. We are starting up the factory. That was visiting Virginia. Okay, Soul Train. Everybody loved Don Cornelius and Soul Train. Susan, I hope so. I really do. And again, we've talked about it. It's just a matter of me. Right now, guys, I truly believe that the attorneys, they need good attorneys and they need to be private attorneys to where they're not out here trying to make a name for themselves. We don't know a lot of the going on behind the scenes. It's ones that need to be in the courtroom fighting for the Whitakers, not sitting here trying to become famous on these channels. Plain and simple. American Bandstand, Dick Clark, you got it. Miss Nancy's here. It's never too late. The Marx Brothers, yes. The Three Stooges. Green Valley said Loretta was at Lakeside. She was. You know, Conway Twitty used to own in to. We used to have a ball club in the area, and it was the Salem Redbirds, and they were owned by Conway Twitty. They were part of it. He owned part of it, but Conway Twitty. Prayers for Rudolph. Safe flight. You got it. Jim Henson and yes. TNT. Hello, young lady. How are you? So yeah, he used to be in the area all the time, and he would do several shows over at Lakeside Amusement Park. And for a lot of people who don't know, Lakeside was just a very small amusement park. It had a couple pools in it at one time. It had one of the, I think at one time it was the world's largest wooden roller coaster. And when I say wooden, it was wooden. It was a wooden roller coaster. And you would go over there, it was called the Shooting Star. And if you're unfamiliar with the Virginia area and the Lassie, yes, yes, it was. Uh, if you're unfamiliar with the area of Roanoke, Virginia, and around that area, on top of our mountain, we have a mountain here in town. It's called Mill Mountain, and on top of our mountain, we have a star, and it is a huge star. It was designed at one time to be part of a Christmas display, and the city embraced it so much to where we are now known as the Star City. And that star is lit every night. I'm gonna have to do a video for you. That star is lit every night from as soon as it gets dark up until midnight. During the holidays, they'll change colors. If we have something in town that they feel like they need to change the colors to it, they'll change the colors. Like 4th of July, they'll go red, white, and blue with the colors. But we have this huge star that sits over top of the valley. The Little Rascals. I love the Little Rascals. I love the Little Rascals so much. I actually, in college, I was offered a class on the Little Rascals, and I ended up taking that class, and it was one of the funniest classes I had ever had the honor of taking. And I remember when Alfalfa had the firecrackers in his pocket, and they took the magnifying glass and set the firecrackers off in his back pocket while he was reciting the poem. Hilarious, just good comedy. Maxwell Smart, 007. Oh, Rocker said drinking beer tonight. Peter said that's the dude who had the phone in his shoe. You got it. Let me ask you this: how many remember Lancelot Link? Do you remember Lancelot Link? He was a spy detective. He was a secret undercover agent, but the entire show was nothing but monkeys. And he had a girlfriend. Rocker said, I don't drink. I got you. Tony said, I remember, but he had a girlfriend, and I always remember that girlfriend would sit there and look at him, and when he would crack a joke, Lancelot Link would crack a joke, she would always go, "Oh, Lancy." That used to crack me up all the time. Yes, Elmwood, Lancelot Link, secret chimp. But when he would go, oh, when she would go, "Oh, Lancy," hilarious. Flipper, Pink Panther, Car 54, where are you? Meta Harry, yes, that was the girlfriend. Mata Harry, yes. I loved it. That is awesome. Rocker said, I'm drinking root beer. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Put you a little ice cream in it. Get you a float going tonight. Julia, I get it, Beverly Hillbillies. Let this investigation go. Let them do what they got to do, man. Yeah. Dragnet. Hello, Judd. Beverly Hillbillies. Elmwood said my dad was late for work at the Pentagon one day. He was absorbed in the Landslide Link show. Dad loved monkeys. Yes, Petticoat Junction, Champion the Wonder Horse. Engelbert's Family. Yes, we can do that, Taylor. Wow. That is a hard situation there. Sea Hunt. Yes, Gilligan's Island. We had Christine, you'll like this one. And remember Cannon. Yes, everybody remembers Cannon. That's awesome. We had a gentleman here in town who started dating. It wasn't Ginger, it was Marianne. He had started Dawn Wells. He had started dating Dawn Wells here in the area, and it was nothing for you to see her here in the area. And it was one of the weirdest things because you would be like, that's Mary Ann off of Gilligan's Island. But no, she spent quite a number of years here in this area because she was dating a gentleman from the area, and we would see her quite a bit. Wow, went missing in 2019. Wow. Mm. Jed, I think a lot of us wish that to be, buddy. I really do. TNT always, always getting ready. Mr. Ed was awesome. Ozzy and Harriet. What they say, they put peanut butter. Was it peanut butter in Mr. Ed's mouth? Or did they run a wire? Was it fishing line that they could move his lip up and down with? But I know they said that they had put peanut butter in his mouth and they could film him where he was trying to get the peanut butter up in the roof of his mouth to where that's how they could make his mouth and stuff go up. Yes, Bob Denver did. He lived out his life in West Virginia, around and up in there. Yeah, you know who lives up the road from us, and a lot of people, you don't think about it too much. Remember the actor Robert Duvall? He was in westerns. He was in The Godfather. He's right up the road from us, and he's got some age on him right now. They showed him in his car the other day on Facebook. He's got some age on him, but he lives peanut butter. There you go. What about Wizard of Oz? Malaya's mom. I would love to go to the Spear out in Las Vegas and see their version of the Wizard of Oz. Have you seen that? Hardy Boys mystery. I'm talking Diane Keaton did pass away. Talk about The Godfather. Yes, a lot of people knew Diane Keaton as Michael's wife in The Godfather. Lavina, how are you? Don nods. Yes, Ruth, his daughter still shows up to Mayberry Days in North Carolina. Hogan's Heroes. Yes. McHale's Navy. You got it. Lucille Ball. Yes. Yeah, Robert Duvall's 94 years old now. Still knows. Still, the memory is still there and everything. It's him and his wife. They have a farm up here in Virginia, and it is amazing. I stayed at the MGM Grand. Question everything. Stayed at the MGM Grand. The whole basement is set up with yellow brick road. Wizard of Oz. It's awesome. They say they drop the foam apples. They have like when the tornado hits, the wind and everything. They say that if you have the opportunity to go to the Spear and see the Wizard of Oz, take that opportunity. They say that it is amazing. Don Knott was funny. Yes. Bewitched. You got I Dream of Jeannie. Okay, Lucille Museum. Bruce Willis was such a talented actor. And for him to be in the shape right now, I don't know how much Bruce Willis knows. I really don't. But to just know the kind of actor and the kind of performer that he was, it does. It breaks your heart some to see the shape that he's in right now. The Andy Griffith Show. Jakari. I don't remember that show. My favorite Martian, yes. Hello, Miss Elizabeth. How are you? See, Elizabeth knows how to get my attention. She says, "Hi, handsome," and that gets my attention. I'm just saying. I Love Lucy is my 11th cousin once removed. Okay. Leo the Cross-Eyed Lion, the Jetsons, Shazam, yes. It was a great place to go. Karen said, "You'll love it." Okay. Sanford and Son, always Fred Sanford. That was one of the most talented men to watch him. And one of the guys that I work with, his dad, you could set your clock around him watching Fred Sanford. The Banana Splits, the Monkees, yes. Aunt Esther. I used to love it's a big one. It's a big one, Elizabeth. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming. It's a big one. I used to love that. Michael J. Fox. Betty, he's still out there though. He is everything that's going on and everything that's fighting in his body and everything. He is still out there going. And I am amazed to see him continue to go as he goes. I look like Tim Allen. Oh, there you go. All in the family. Yes, Archie Bunker. Love Bug, you got it. Now, remember the show MASH? If you remember the show MASH, and I'll tell you who I had the opportunity to meet one day, and it was Lavina, prayers sent to Lavina. Okay, we can do that. Guys, y'all throw some hearts up for Lavina tonight. Prayers for Lavina. Yes, Alan Alda, Patrick Swayze. Uh, Dirty Dancing was filmed right down the road here in the area, and they still have festivals and everything. But I had the opportunity to meet William Christopher, and he was Father Mulcahy on the show MASH. And and it's always, be careful when you meet your heroes, you never know. He was one of the sweetest men that I ever had the opportunity to sit down and talk with. And him and we were talking one day. He was in town for a writers' convention. And him and I were sitting and we were just having a brief conversation. And I said, let me ask you a question. And I said, I don't want to be rude or anything like that. Henry Blake, you got it. I said, I don't want to be rude. I said, but what does your residuals look like from MASH? And he told me, he said, I get pennies. He said, the ones that really got the money were like Alan Alda and McLean Stevenson and those, because they started going into the writing side of it as well as directing and producing. But he said, just for being a common actor on the show, he goes, even though I was a star, he said, my residuals were next to nothing. And I was like, really? And I'm like, that show is a legend, a legendary show. You're in Television's Hall of Fame for MASH. And, he passed away some years ago. But at the time talking with him, he said that he just didn't make any money. Now you hear about these contracts that these actors work out and things like that. It breaks your heart to hear how some of these actors they were making nothing on the back end of those shows. And now a lot of them, that's how they work their deals out, to where they make nothing on the front end and then everything else goes on the back end of the show. Perry Mason, yes. Klinger was hilarious. You got it. What's Elizabeth doing? Captain Kangaroo, yes. We had a conversation about Captain Kangaroo. Welcome back, Cotter. Gomer Pyle, you got it. I used to love those. Nothing wrong with those. Too young for Captain Kangaroo, but I knew Mr. Rogers very well. Lisa Reno, here's what I suggest that you do. When you got a minute, go into YouTube here and just type in Captain Kangaroo and just look at the world that we got to see through those people's eyes. It was some good learning at the time. It really was. Car 50, the Waltons, McHale's Navy, you got it. It was awesome. Well, guys, we have been on here an hour and 15 minutes tonight. Yes, we are, Christina, you are definitely right. We are showing our age here in this right here. But I'm gonna hop off here tonight. Little House on the Prairie, Carol Burnett show. Always Carol Burnett. Tim Conway and Harvey Korman, two of the funniest names Your favorite girl, SG. Your favorite girl, SG. Say my name. I said your name. There you go. They had to be two of the funniest people I have ever seen in my entire life. Tim Conway and Harvey Korman can make me laugh just by doing the smallest and simplest things. You got it. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to hop off here. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for everybody in this chat room tonight. Go out and do something good for somebody tomorrow. Spread love to everybody. Take your time. Tell them you love them. Give them a hug. If they will take a hug, give them a hug. Y'all have a great night. We'll be back on here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'll see you in a little bit. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for the people in this chat room. Y'all have a great night. Love each and every one of you. God loves you. Bye now.